Today we are going to discuss on the most important topic, that is benefits and limitations of virtualization. So this topic helps us to understand why industries adopt virtualization and what challenges they face while using it. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to relate virtualization concept with real world companies like Netflix. So before we move to the benefits and limitations, let's quickly recap what is virtualization. Virtualization is the technology that allows multiple virtual resources like servers, operating systems, or networks to run on a single physical machine. So instead of one application per server, we can now run many virtual machines on one server. So why should we study benefits and limitations? We study benefits and limitations because in real life, no technology is perfect. As an engineer, we must understand both advantage and disadvantages so that we can design better systems. So let us first look into virtualization from a cost point of view. So in the cost perspective, one of the biggest benefit is server consolidation. So as we all know, what is server consolidation is nothing but it reduces the number of physical servers where while running many number of virtual servers in a single physical server. That is said to be a server consolidation. So one of the biggest benefit is server consolidation. So instead of buying many physical servers, we can run multiple virtual machines on a single server. So this directly leads to reduce power and cooling cost. So organization also gets better return on investment. So next, however, virtualization also have some cost limitations. So initial licensing cost for virtualization software can be high. Also, organization must spend money on training employees to manage virtual environments. So these two are cost limitations. And now let us see the virtualization from an administration perspective. So virtualization provides centralized management, meaning all virtual machines can be controlled from one place. It supports automation and monitoring, which reduces manual work. Another major benefit is fastest recovery during system failures, because as we all know, virtualization is the best fault tolerance. If one machine fails, it will not affect other virtual machines. The other virtual machines will continue working. And the limitations on administration is that at the same time there are some limitations too. We need a skilled administrators to manage all those things, as well as a troubleshooting virtual environment can be complex because problems may occur at multiple layers like hardware, hypervisor, or virtual machine. From an infrastructure point of view, virtualization offers better resource utilization. Hardware resources such as CPU, memory, and storage are efficiently shared. Virtualization also provides scalability and flexibility, meaning resources can be increased or decreased easily. So, another key benefit is hardware independence. One of the major limitation is host failure impact. If the physical host fails, all virtual machines running on it may also go down. So there can also be performance overhead compared to physical systems. Virtualization makes deployment very easy. We can do rapid provisioning, meaning new virtual machines can be created in minutes. It supports easy virtual machine migrations, and is highly useful in DevOps environment. So deployment also have a limitation. So however, virtualization may cause virtual machine sprawl there where too many virtual machines are created unnecessarily. So there can also be platform dependency and performance issues if not managed properly. So let's have a real world problem here. The traditional IT infrastructure uses underutilized physical server, which leads to high cost, complex management, poor resource utilization, and slow deployment. So this is the real world problem statement. In a real world, Netflix faces frequent service outages and scalability issues due to its traditional data center infrastructure. So in an user point, we see the pain point of the users that frequent service outage during peak hours, buffering, and slow streaming experience. These are the two pain points of our user while using the Netflix. So let us think what was the problem over here. Let us define the problem. How might we prevent service outage and buffering during peak usage to ensure a smooth user experience? Whenever this user watches a movie in a Netflix, it should not buffer or load during the peak usage hours. So based on this, we can ideate the solution that if we implemented auto scaling virtual machines, load balancing, traffic, and fault tolerant services, then we can overcome all these three issues. So auto scaling will help you for the scalability, and load balancing will help you the peak hour usage hours, and fault tolerance services, which will not, if one system fails, it will not affect the other systems. So with the help of this, we can come up with the solution. So this is all about the benefits and limitations of virtual machine.